Hello everyone, and welcome back to OverPlay, the only game overview show shot in the form of a Let's Play, and while there's probably a good reason for that, we don't have time to discuss it because today we are talking about A Way Out. What is A Way Out? Well, long story short, it's the Shawshank Redemption simulator. And while that's a bit of a misnomer, yes, I'll admit, it is a little interesting though, so there we go. What we're doing today is, unfortunately, because I have no one to play with, I get to play with myself in this game. Doable, but frustrating, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Now, the story goes you follow Vincent and Leo, both of whom have been sent to prison for various reasons. As you can see, both are attempting to break out of prison. Both are attempting to break out of prison in order to try and get vengeance upon the person who sent them there. Now, what makes this game interesting is that the entire thing is split-screen co-op, with various things deciding which screen is heavier laid upon, generally in conversation mode. There are some negativities to that, however. In some instances where one person is talking, if the other person tries to engage another character in conversation, it can be overshadowed by the person who first started talking. It also takes away a bit of the mystique of having to rely on someone else for something. So, I guess I should probably find a flashlight while Vincent patiently waits down. No, that's Leo down there. Now, provided you're not a sad, lonely individual with no friends to come over and help him film something, you can play with a friend over co-op live, but unfortunately, you can't play with a random. You have to play with someone you know, whether that's local or over Xbox Live.
How the hell did you end up there? I just slid down a bit to the left.
So,
what?
Oh crap!
Oh god damn it! This water smells like shit. Ah.
It can be a bit of a nuisance when you're trying to do something and nobody else wants to do anything.
In actual shit. Fuck you, man.
See if I can find out where I'm supposed to go. Oh, hey, there I am. You see me? You see me? I'm down here. I'm down here. Anyway.
Hey, Leo. A valve. Go check it out.
The game revolves primarily around control of both the characters and puzzle solving with some elements of action-oriented
Another valve over here,
platforming.
Leo.
Platforming's not the right word, but action-oriented segments. So, doing so allows you to sometimes have certain things happen, but they take a bit of a tonal shift. Which is kind of unfortunate, seeing as how the most of it seems to be a very slow-paced and, well, not quite methodical, at least balanced gameplay aspect in the attempt to try and make things seem worse for people in prison, or at the very least for the characters in their predicament. Unfortunately, while I shouldn't say unfortunately, while that does happen with the portions like this, where I'm trying to escape through a prison underbelly, it unfortunately falls a little flat when it comes down to segments where you have like a chase, or you have a bunch of things that need to happen in quick succession, and then you immediately stop and go back to the ponderous segment where you talk to Leo about his kid and how he'll never see him again maybe, and how this really, really sucks. And so it creates a bit of a tonal shift. That being said, if you can get around that,
Hand me the flashlight.
this game's pretty darn good. That being said, you gotta be in for it, because it's a bit of a long haul. Alright, get him there. And that's about all there is for the story of it all. As far as the gameplay is concerned, it's kind of a mixed bag. While everything progresses nicely and flows well, it is a very, very slow-paced game, and the controls reflect that. While not sluggish or unresponsive, it does come off as... let's say slower paced than probably it should. But then again, that is during the story elements. During the other elements, like, say, when you are in a car chase against somebody, then they become very, very quick. Which, again, goes into the tonal shift of it all.
Vincent, help me.
Yeah, I'm trying, alright? And... oh, I gotta do it at the same time. Cut me some slack, guys. This is really tough, trying to do this solo.
Let's just hope there are no rats down here. Probably
But,
is. Yeah, like I said,
as far as gameplay goes, it's your standard third-person affair. While not super great, I'd be hard-pressed to say it's super bad. Even if some of the character models look a little iffy sometimes. That being said, let's go ahead and move on to the visuals portion here, and... because of the split-screen nature of the game, the fidelity isn't quite as good as it should be. So, it can sometimes come off looking very, very pixelated. Ah, crap. I've lost Vincent. Vincent! There you are! God, it's Blair Witch Project. Anyway. While everything appears a little desaturated, it kind of feels in place. Rather than being bright and colorful, you are in prison, and that does lead to some interesting things happening. Where the hell? How'd you get there? God, this is harder than I thought. So, while not the greatest of visuals, it makes sense for this one to not be as bright and colorful as some of the others that have come before it. Especially in light of the fact that it is supposed to be a dour, not quite depressing, but at the very least, somber affair as to what's happening. And, honestly, I think it draws the game in well for its atmosphere. It creates a hostile environment that you don't want to be in, and you really hope your characters make it out of okay. Provided they can see where they're going.
Shit.
Oh.
Guard, up there.
Oh, thank God he didn't notice us. All in all, A Way Out is a very mixed bag. On one hand, I do like it. I think it has a really, really great look and aesthetic feel to it all. That being said, it is a little bit of a thing that you need to do with a friend. So, for that, this game is going to receive quite possibly our one and only dual recommendation.
Too high, man.
A Way Out, for all its faults and foibles and how it looks, both good and bad, receives the advisement that if you have someone you can dependably play with, absolutely pick up a copy. For everyone else, though, pass it up. That being said, this is just my opinion, and opinions are always subjective. What did you think? Would it have been better if I had just not done this myself and actually had somebody come over and try and help out, or is my timing just absolutely terrible? Let us know down in the comments below, and as always, be sure and like and subscribe. Be sure to hit the bell notification so you can be notified whenever I do other things like this, and who knows, if you like what you saw here, we might do a Let's Play. Or I might do a Let's Play where I try and solo A Way Out. Either way, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you back here next time. And in the meantime, you guys... you know what? Normally I say stay classy, but find a friend. Play a game. Don't sit on your couch by yourself. Just... God, come on. I can't even blame someone else for this. It's all me. Find someone else to blame while sitting on your couch and playing games. Have fun, everybody. We'll see you later.
Why are you filming me?